What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video on the Bit of Footy YouTube channel. Now today we're doing the classic ranking Indigenous jumpers on Tier Maker again. This one was actually made by Cardman22. He probably made it so he can get a shout out in every fucking video. Anyway, we're joined here today by Ucatt, mate. How are we doing?
I'm going very well, Bill. Always love being on the channel. Absolute honour for probably one of the biggest videos that each YouTuber makes every year. The ranking Indigenous Guernseys video. Sammy got the call up last year, but I'm happy you got the promotion.
Yeah, I'm happy that I've got a better guest on. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to go through every jumper and just rank him. Alright, let's start with Adelaide. Thoughts on Adelaide's jumper?
I think it's a pretty basic one. It's, you know, the stock standard for an Indigenous Guernsey every year. I'd probably go dead middle. Good, I'd say.
Dead middle.
It's not. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It's just, you know.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind the color mixture, but yeah, I feel like you're right, and I feel like we'll just stick it in good for now. Oh, the West Coast, mate. The Oppo birth time. Yeah.
I think it's not as good as their previous years, but I still think it's a very good Guernsey. And I think Carly's saying in his video that he thinks this is outstanding. I don't think it's outstanding or great, but again, I'd probably say good. Obviously, blue and yellow works really well on a Guernsey. I think they've got some of the best Guernseys in the league.
Yeah, I don't mind. I like that they've mixed it up. I like that they've went with the I think it's called the Serpent or something like that. But I really like the Eagle a little bit better in the middle, and like the previous ones that they've done, I really do like. I'll probably put it in front of Adelaide. Do you reckon, in the good section?
I'd probably say Adelaide over it, but you go with you.
It's either great or I'll put it. Yeah, I'll just put it in the good section for now. Brisbane's away one, the Indigenous away one, obviously representing a bit of Fitzroy in the jumper.
I think
if I'm gonna be honest, I think I was gonna say that I don't like the white that much in the away one. I do prefer the home Indigenous jumper, so I'll probably say decent.
I would probably go bottom of good, but we can go decent.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of the white background.
Yeah,
I just don't think, like, with the blue and the white, it doesn't mix that well.
Well, who are they even playing where they need to wear the white one?
Yeah, I'm going to put it in decent.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah? Okay. Then we've got their home jumper, obviously.
I'd go great.
It's really nice. I do like the colour with the, you know, the sort of red and the blue, and then obviously the Indigenous stuff on it as well. And yeah, I like the colours in these ones, so I agree with you. I think we should put it in great.
I like their normal Fitzroy jumper. For them to add a little spiciness to it, it just looks very nice.
I like how they've gone with the Fitzroy as well. It's a nice touch. Then we got the Dogs new one, the bit of diagonal going on here with the stripes, or the whatever you call them.
For me,
I don't mind it.
At the moment, it's probably top of great for me. I'm not sure what you think.
I like how they mixed it up, but the only thing that puts me off a little bit is like the massive amount of blue at the top. You know how because it's going a bit of diagonal.
Plain. Yeah. It reminds me of the Port Adelaide one for this, which we'll get onto later.
But I do like how they've mixed it up again though. I like it when teams just don't have the like same Indigenous jumper every year. I do like it when they change it. You said great, yeah?
Yeah. I'd
probably put it behind the Lions in great.
Fair enough.
Oh, here we go. What
your team?
Sound this way.
The pies.
I'll let you speak first. Obviously, I've got opinions about it, but yeah, you can go first.
Yeah, I think last year's one was much better for the pies. What have we got? Have we got some other magpies in the background of the black and white stripes?
No, there's a bit of there's meant to be a bit of more design. You can't really see it from far away, but there is a bit of more design on the stripes, but you can't really see it.
Either top of decent or bottom of good, I'd say.
Yeah, I think it's only decent. I still prefer, like the one that I've got on last year's one, the 2020 one. I still prefer that one. I feel like they did a lot more with that one than they have this one. I'm not saying I don't mind it. I just feel like it's a bit casual, you know? I don't feel like they've done a lot 100%. With it. Alright, moving on. We've got Essendon here. The dream time at the, could be up the stadium because we don't know what the hell's going on in Victoria at this point. But, geez, Richmond and bloody Essendon do a great job, I've got to say.
Yeah.
I like how they've interpreted like the red, obviously the Clash jumper as well. So all of it just looks really nice. I've got to say, it just looks really, really nice.
It's good to see for once that there's going to be two Victorian teams playing against each other when there won't be a big jumper clash. Usually we have dark versus dark, but I'm happy the Bombers have switched it up, and I think the red looks much better than the black base.
Are they? I think they're going to be wearing black shorts with it as well, which may be interesting.
That'll be weird to see against Richmond. Well, will they make Richmond wear white shorts then?
Jeez, it's a really nice jumper. I'm thinking either great or outstanding. What's your call?
I don't think it's as good as some of the ones coming up, so I go top of great.
Top of great. All right. I respect that. All right, next we've got Geelong's new one coming out this year.
This is very controversial. Geelong's Indigenous jerseys are some of my favourite every year. I'd be happy to go outstanding.
Ooh, I like what they've done. I've liked what they've done with the colour, how like one of the stripes going along is sort of white, and then the top two ones are, the darker colour, the darker blue. I'm going to put it in outstanding.
Outstanding,
I really
first one.
enjoy that jumper, yeah. I really enjoy it. Then we got the Giants, keeping it the same as previous years, I would say last year. I still like it though, and I'm happy that it's the big G as well. I'm not the biggest fan of the small G. I like the bigger one better.
Well, I think we might have to meet in the middle at decent here, because I think it's mediocre.
I think it's better than these two that we have in decent.
I think it's better than these two. So do we
go bottom of good? Yeah,
I
say bottom of good.
Go bottom of good. We could always shuffle it.
Alright, next we've got the North Melbourne one. There's sort of kangaroos on it and all the, I don't mind what they've done with these ones.
Well, this is my favourite Indigenous jersey of the bunch this year.
Ooh.
I absolutely love the colours. I love, the shadow kangaroo. I think it looks like a fierce Guernsey. Looks like a good Indigenous Guernsey. Look, obviously you probably don't think this. I'd go top of outstanding. I think it's the best.
It's probably one of their best as well, so I would put it top of great or outstanding. I do love the Geelong one. At the bottom though, it's sort of like the really dark blue at the bottom. I think it's just gonna go behind the North Melbourne, just because of the massive dark blue at the bottom of the Cats one. Then we got the Blues one. Now the problem with the Blues jumper is that they can't really do much with their logo in the
Otherwise,
middle.
fans will cause a riot that they're switching up the trigger.
They'll be like, "This is unacceptable."
Yeah, I don't think it's anything special. However, I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. I don't. So obviously they can't switch it up a lot. As I said before, the fans will cause a riot. But I don't think it's that bad. I like the patterns on the side, and from what they can really do without getting rid of the navy blue, the white sea, I think they've done pretty well with it. So I'd probably go bottom of decent. It's still
bottom of decent,
not amazing, but it might be better than the white Fitzroy one.
The only thing, the Brisbane one, interprets it like on the inside. Whereas, the Carlton one, obviously because of their logo, has to interpret all the Indigenous stuff on the outside of the jumper. So I feel like the Lions one just wins out just because of that.
Okay.
That's my only opinion.
I'll work with decent. Decent.
Here we go. And your jumper, mate.
I've got it on right now. Now, when I saw pictures of it, I initially really didn't like it. But after seeing it in person, and going through the entire storage, I'm like, what are we basing it off? Design?
I'd say design more than meaning.
Yeah. I think if meaning, it's quite out there, but if we're going design, I think it's probably our worst of the last 3 years. I do like it a lot still, and that's not even a biased opinion. I think Freo do a very good job every year. I do think it just looks stock standard for how our Indigenous Guernseys are every year. So I'd probably be happy with bottom of good, if not over GWS. Behind West Coast and Freo.
I would say it's put in a lot more effort than the ones in decent. So I'd probably say in front of GWS, in my opinion. Next we got the Gold Coast one.
This is an outstanding contender.
They haven't changed it from last year, but it still does look pretty good.
It does look pretty good. I've actually, it might be outstanding, but for the most part, I think it's great.
I was thinking great. I don't think it's too outstanding.
Yeah,
so
that's fair enough.
Maybe I'd put it in front of the Lions, maybe?
I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. If you want, yeah.
Yeah, right. We'll stick it there for now. Then we got the Hawks one. Same one as previous years.
Can I start off with this one? This is the singular Worst Guernsey I've seen in the AFL over the past few years, except for the marble Guernseys. I absolutely despise the Hawthorn Indigenous Guernsey.
Oh my.
I think it looks terrible.
I'm not too heavy on this jumper either. And I'm not just saying that because what you said. They've done it for so many years now, and I'm just kind of over it. I'd probably have to agree with you and say mediocre for this one. I'm not the biggest fan of it anymore. Wow, this Melbourne one is fucking unique as hell. Jesus Christ. I don't know the backstory, obviously, but they have put a shit ton of effort into this one.
It's very, very good. I don't even know what to say because I have no idea what the fuck is going on. There is so much happening.
Take in. I don't like. Obviously, I like it, but I think it's just a great or good. You know.
I think I go in between Adelaide and West Coast.
Adelaide and West Coast.
I go in between, if not over Adelaide. But I like the Adelaide one.
I don't know. I feel like the West Coast one looks a little bit better.
Dude,
I'd put it behind
West Coast. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, alright.
Okay,
we'll leave it behind West Coast. Next up is the Port one. Going with a bit of a different, style this year than they normally do. I'm not a big fan.
I think it's mediocre. Not as bad as Hawthorn, because I absolutely just went on a rant about this, but I think it's mediocre. I think that the black bit up the top looks so odd. It's just black.
Yeah. I was going to say that, like, the top of the jumper just looks a bit black.
Yeah.
There's not much going on, so I'd have to agree and put it in front of Hawthorn, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they've done something new, but it's just a bit blah.
At least they tried.
Yeah, they tried, but they failed. Moving on to the Richmond Dreamtime jumper, and boy, like with Essendon, I love it. I love it. I really do.
It's a perfect jumper. It's a perfect jumper, although it's not outstanding. I'd probably put it on par with Essendon.
Yeah, I'd say.
I think there's not much to say. Probably below.
Maybe behind Essendon.
Yeah. Below. I got Essendon.
I'd put it behind Essendon. Then we got the Saints one. Jeez, bit going on in the Saints one this year. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of it. I feel like it's a bit all over the place, but like I said with previous jumpers, the colours do mix well. And I've liked how they've gone with like the different style and everything, and like how the bird's hanging out of the red part and all that. But I don't know. I'm a believer of great or good for this jumper.
Really? I'm a believer of in the middle of North and Geelong. That's what I'm a believer of. But we won't go there since you're not, completely sold on it.
So we put it with like these jumpers here, but like in front of Gold Coast maybe.
We'll do great to settle in the middle.
Okay. Alright, yeah. I still feel like the Dreamtime jumpers are better, so I'm going to put it behind them.
Alright, I'm alright with that.
Last one, we got the Swans one. Same as fucking every year, they barely change it.
It's a good
what
jumper,
are you thinking?
It's a good jumper.
It's a good jumper,
you can't fault it. It's very much like the Adelaide one. They don't switch it up like a lot, but it's always a very solid jumper.
It is very solid.
I'd probably go around the Adelaide territory. I think it's probably better than West Coast. I'd probably put behind Adelaide.
Yeah, I agree with that. Alright, you got any other objections to this list? I think the Cats one just overdoes the Saints one, in my opinion.
Yeah, okay, we can do that. I'm alright with that.
Alright, I think it just overdoes it, and then we put the Indigenous jumpers up. I still think the Essendon one is a little bit better than the Richmond one. Alright.
I'm happy with this list.
I think I'm pretty happy with it too. So we got the Outstandings North, the two Dreamtime ones. Great, we got the Cats, Saints, Suns, Lions, so the Queensland team's doing pretty well. And the Dogs, and in the good Crows, Swans, Eagles, D's, Dockers, and the Giants. Decent, we've got the Pies, Lions away, and the Carlton one. And then in mediocre, obviously we got the Power and Hawks one. So that's just about it. Cheers Ucatt for jumping on the video, and if any of you guys disagree, maybe put what you would swap around in the comments below.
Absolutely rip into us. Absolutely rip into us.
Say this was the worst tier list you've ever seen. Disagree with everything.
Be like the YouTubers one Bigger did last year.
Yeah, I know. I still can't believe that.